Back of the field by Ben Post. They complete a circuit. They've got a mile to travel and a further 6 to jump. The Clock Leary from Thunavola. Jaunty Thor coming under pressure. And Chankillo was half niggled for 4 or 5 strides, and they're still pushed along. Schindler's Prince is last. So the Clock Leary lifting the pace, put himself right there. He was quite neat. Schindler's Prince at the back of the field was a little slower than the others. He's detached now by 3 lengths, and the Clock Leary himself has a 3-length lead. Thunavola has dropped back to 4th very sharply. Jaunty Thor's been driven up into 2nd and Chankillo into 3rd. But the Clock Leary is stretching on in front, and there a mistake from Jaunty Thor. An error at the back of the field from Schindler's Prince. And the Clock Leary pours it on as he jumps the last of the ditches 4 out. He's gone half a dozen lengths clear of Jaunty Thor and Chankillo. Fighting it out for 2nd at present, but with work to do to get to the Clock Leary, who heads towards the 3rd last, still pursued by the riderless What a Laugh. The Clock Leary over safely. Jaunty Thor is still trading blows with Chankillo, clear of Thunavola and Schindler's Prince, and the Clock Leary has gone further clear. The lead now bordering on 8 to 10 lengths. Will Kennedy glancing in behind. He just has a riderless horse for company as he heads inside the last 3 furlongs with 2 more left to jump. Chankillo at present is winning the battle for the runner-up spot, seen off Jaunty Thor, though Thunavola is trying to raise another effort, and then Schindler's Prince. So here's the 2nd last for the Clock Leary, and he gets over neatly enough, well ahead of Chankillo in 2nd, Jaunty Thor in 3rd, then Thunavola and Schindler's Prince. So the Clock Leary with 1 left to jump, drawing on now towards the last 300 yards or so, still clear of Chankillo, struggling to make any inroads at all. The Clock Leary at the last, and he's over neatly, and he's a good 10 clear of Chankillo. The Clock Leary having to be ridden out on the run-in to make sure, in quite testing spring conditions, punched out by Kennedy. It's going to be a Donald McCain double at his local track, and the Clock Leary, been a while since he's tasted success, but he's made every inch here and jumped well. The Clock Leary timed it to perfection. Chankillo in 2nd, and in 3rd, Jaunty Thor.
An easy win for the Clock Leary. Nice double for Donald McCain after Lofgren took the opening contest. 2nd home was Chankillo, 3rd Jaunty Thor. Okay, we're going to go to Newmarket now, where runners are beginning to go down to the start. Another 6 furlong event here, 3 nons, 2, 4 and 5. Franberry rides number 1. It's a class 4 event for 2-year-olds. This is how they bet. Take Shelter, 11 to 4. Sultana is 3 to 1. Been well supported, that horse. 100 to 30 about Tajaanus. Villatora is 13 to 2. 9 to 1 Queen Pen. Cherubic 12s and 20s is Atalanta Queen, who looks as if she's been a little bit keen to post in the stripes there, although she's settled there. The Clock Leary wins at Bangor. There's the SPs for you, 5 to 2. Beat Chankillo, who's an 8 to 1 shot. And the lock-ins results for you. Ribchester has won for Richard Fahey, Godolphin and William Buick. 7 to 4 favourite. Beat Lightning Spear, who's 9 to 2. And Breton Rock was 3rd, and that was a 25 to 1 shot. Horse in front there to Newmarket going to post is Take Shelter, who's vying for favouritism with Sultana at Newmarket. On the exchanges at least, Sultana's favourite on course. We'll talk about Take Shelter first of all. Shown by James Tate. Martin Harley rides. He's had a couple of starts. Done nothing wrong really. He was 2nd here at Newmarket on debut. Had Cherubic a fair way behind. And then he finished 2nd behind Daddy's Girl at Salisbury's. She's a Harbour Watch filly out of a Dan Silly mare. And 2 good runs, solid runs to her name thus far. Sultana's 2nd in. Sylvester's Decision I thought was really good on the previous winner. And this is an Ismail Mohammed newcomer. Quite well backed. It's an acclamation filly out of a Naif mare. Went up in price from foal to yearling. And she's the first foal of the dam though. The dam was a winner in France. But she's been pretty well supported. She's joint favourite at the moment on course with Take Shelter. There she is. Let's have a look at her. Grey filly wearing cross nosebands. Sylvester really good in our last race. It's running driving rain, but contrasting conditions now for these 2-year-olds, luckily. Tajaanus, we should give a mention to. He's a newcomer An Arcano filly for Richard Hannon. Jim Crowley rides. This one out of a Nayaf mare as well as a first foal. Dan was quite speedy. And it's quite a quick pedigree, this, so she might be quite precocious. Tajaanus. Of others, we've got Villa Tora, who's a shade over 8-1 on the exchanges, who's had a run, was a bit too keen, pulled a bit hard under Joe Fanning at Beverley, behind Havana Star. Will have learnt a fair bit from that one, would have thought. Finished 4th of 9 on that occasion, so there might be a bit more to come from this horse, Villa Tora, who's going to be loaded shortly. I think Take Shelter is going to be the first to go forward. Still 9 for Take Shelter. Doing a few adjustments at the start. We're getting quite close to Thirsk now. Our next contest there will be underway fairly shortly. It's a 3:55, a 6 furlong handicap. So about 3 or 4 minutes before we'll be able to go and take Thirsk in. But they're beginning to load up then for this sprint. So let's go to Mark. It won't take too long to load them. Contrasting conditions to the last race, Mark, where I thought Sylvester de Souza was excellent after getting impeded.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, he got out of that. Well, not so much a pocket, as you say, impeded, switched the horse in time and got up, and probably the winner value for more than the head winning margin. A likeable performance and not unexpected given the amount of late support. So, as Angus has mentioned here, total chalk and cheese to 35 minutes ago when they were really running into driving rain. Now the sun is out, and well, goodness me, if we were racing over jumps, we'd almost be bypassing an open ditch. It's so sunny. Anyway, they've put Queen Pen in with Sammy Joe Bell, representing Richard Fahey, of course, who sent out Ribchester to win at Newbury not so very long ago. Angus is mentioning about the acclamation filly Sultana. She's quite nicely bred, actually, and she's got some lofty relations as well. The dam of her, Pinko Pake, a half-sister to a horse called Donativum, who Angus, and I'm sure many of you will remember strutting his stuff over in North America at the Breeders' Cup. And we're down to the last couple to go in, just confirming Fran Berry on Atalanta Queen. Jimmy Fortune sitting out today, he's injured his back. So we're down now to the last couple to move in. Atalanta Queen goes forward, waiting for stall 8 and Sultana to go in. Getting very restless in stall 1 is Queen Pen. She was first in, now held in the gate. All in, and they're off. For the Betway EBF Fillies Novice Stakes, and very slow to begin, was Tajaanus, one of the newcomers, but Villa Tora was away alertly, and Joe Fanning is keen to go clear and cross towards the near side rail. Take Shelter racing in second. Queen Pen is in third. Sultana is just in fourth. Then the near side, Atalanta Queen. Running greenly is Cherubic towards the far side, and still the back marker is Tajaanus, having broken a step slowly. They race down towards the halfway point, and Villa Tora and Joe Fanning out in front to Take Shelter, and Martin Harley racing just a length away in second. Queen Pen is just in third. Atalanta Queen now in fourth. Sultana is being shaken up in fifth. Still being driven is Cherubic over on the far side, and now coming towards the near side rail is Tajaanus. They've got a quarter of a mile to go. Villa Tora still just has the lead, but now being tackled by Take Shelter. Tajaanus is picking up really eye-catchingly now, and will have to come and try and split fillies with a furlong to go. It's Villa Tora still out in front. She's seen off Take Shelter. Now she's got to see off Tajaanus, who is continuing to stay on down the wide outside. Queen Pen is beginning to rally. They've got 50 yards to go. Tajaanus is getting up, and from last to first to win on debut, Tajaanus, and very tight for second between the staying on Queen Pen and the long-time leader Villa Tora.
Richard Hannon, Hamden Al Maktoum and Jim Crowley have a winner. Tajaanus on debut, and Arcano Filly has won at 7-2.
Set your own odds with Betfair Exchange and go head-to-head with fellow punters. You'll often find better odds, greater value, and bigger winnings with Betfair Exchange. And Betfair had the best odds on 92% of all UK and Ireland horses in April. Ready? Betfair. Win bigger.
Loading very quickly at Thirsk for the 355. A Class 3 6-furlong handicap, 20 runners. Despite the so many runners, there is quite a strong favourite in the form of Naggers, who is 3-1, having been 7-2. Eccleston's 11-2. Foulard 13-2. Intense Style 11s. God Willing 12s. 12 Zillan. Handsome Dude the same. 14s. Classic Seniority. My Name is Rio 20s. Jumeirah 20s. Roll on Rory 22-1. Same for Lawton. See the Sun is 28s. It's 33-1 bar those. 20 going to post, but Naggers quite a strong favourite here. And number 10 for the Paul Midgley team, coming out of stall 1. So right-hand side of your screen as we bring you Tajaanus as the winner at Newmarket of the 350 at 7-2, who beat Queen Pen, who's now been called second. That one was a 9-1 shot. I think we're going to get 2 groups here. Gareth will call them home.
Thanks, Angus. Yeah, judging by the way the previous race went, I think if they do split, maybe the bigger group will go to the far side. We'll soon find out, won't we? The last couple heading forward here. Favourite on the far right, Naggers in stall number 1. Maybe not a bad place to be. Well, stall 6 is vacant. Michal heading into there, and 12 to be filled by Harwood's Volante, who I think might well be the last one. Or stall 19 as well, Steve Prescott, who's got the blindfold